All right. Are we on? Is this thing working? Okay, cool. So we are live. Yay. So, howdy, howdy, howdy. Uh, this is the time of day when I am trying to make it a habit to do a daily stream of whatever kind of warm up sketches I'm doing, or warm up work to kind of get the whole thing going, some practice stuff or some concepting. And this past week I've been working with mostly mostly concepting in 3D in Zbrush. And of course, you can see it off to the side back there. The little anycubic photon. Was it a mono? No, it's the little bitty one, the little tiny desktop photon resin printer. And God, I love that thing. That thing is so awesome. And just for the fun of it, just seeing how we go. Yesterday, I ended up kind of working through a werewolf sculpt, a werewolf bust, and so later in the day, I decided to go ahead and set that up to print and give it a shot. And right now, I have a print. It's a small guy. I eventually want to do a larger one, but that's a whole other subject to get into. But so this little fella right here is he's in a wash phase right now, and let's see how well this camera does focusing in on him. I got up a little early today, was doing some painting on him, and got him based out. Got first wash pass is drying right now, and funny enough, he's held together on, or he's not held together, but he's actually held on a painting base. It also was made on the printer. Nifty little clamp sort of deal. It gives you a nice handle to grip. Like that sort of thing. So, yeah, pretty neat stuff. I'm expecting that you're going to see a lot more of this from me. A lot more of this. I've wanted to get into some serious, or at least semi-serious 3D printing for a long time. And I tried some filament printing for a while and did not have a lot of luck with it. I think just because the unit that I was using was kind of a lower end unit that wasn't that great. Now that I've got some success under my belt with this and a few other pieces, this guy right here is about a third of the way into his paint. Let's and if it seems like I'm kind of moving laggy or whatever, it's because I'm waiting. I'm kind of monitoring this and making sure that that I get the stuff in frame. And there's a lag between what I do and what comes back in the monitoring. So yeah, this is resin print. And there's others. So many others. Really happy with this little guy right here. It's a sculpt from a few years ago of Odin. So I can tilt him back. A little bit of light up under his hat there. So at some point, I'm going to set up a little photography area and get some nice shots of some of this stuff. So, yeah, that's something I wanted to kind of show off a little bit this morning because I'm super proud of how this stuff is coming out. Really be glad when the wash dries on this little werewolf guy right here, because I am in love. I love werewolves so much, and I'm so stinking happy how this little fella came out. And I can't wait to finish getting him painted up. I think it's safe to say he is a precursor of things to come. So, if you're a Sixus1 regular, one of my regular users, followers, customers, blah blah blah, whatever, one of those things. Well, if you've been into the poser and nowadays Daz Studio stuff that I've done, and that our studio has released over the years, you may be able to actually get physical copies of a lot of that stuff now, and really, really high quality stuff too. Like this is, I'm really, really happy with that. Really happy with it. So yeah, yeah, we got a lot to do. So, now that a little bit of success has been had with kind of our first little printer, it's a tiny little guy, but I run that thing constantly, and it's a workhorse. I can't wait to see what happens, what we can do with a couple larger printers. Yeah, there's so much. I really feel like there's an area of my studio that's probably about to get an overhaul and get some printers put in that will run quite a bit. But anyway, I'm just excited and getting ahead of myself on that. So anyway, that's something I wanted to share with you this morning before hopping over into good old Zbrush. So, there it is. Yay. So, let's jump into this. I'm going to try not to take as long today as I did yesterday. Yesterday ended up, I really got into what I was doing, which is cool, but I ended up taking up way more time with it than I needed to, than I should have. So, I think this morning I'm really just going to kind of spitball some kind of a quick creature concept. I kind of like amassing these creature concepts, and it gives me stuff to sort of work with, and things to look at and push forward with as possible projects, all that sort of thing. So, as has become my standard, I almost immediately go into Sculptress mode. I love alternating between Sculptress and Dynamesh. So, I think today I want to work more towards a full creature. So, and kind of feel out some kind of a body plan here. So I'm thinking right through here is going to be sort of rib cage area. Let's work in some kind of a mass for that. And something kind of long and lean. There we go. And I almost forgot. Let's bring up bring up my music bed because I do like having that there in case I trail off a little bit. Oh, gotta pop that neck. Popping that neck. All right. That should be going out. And Alright. Like that. Gives a good little start to something here. So, I'm just kind of spitballing. That's what concepting, at least for myself like this, sort of is. Just kind of having some fun with shapes and forms. I don't really want this to be too dragony. Dragons are done to death. They're cool, but they are done to death. So I need to veer off of that a little bit here somewhere. Well, I kind of like this. I see this opportunity to build on this form. Create kind of a droop. Let's hollow that out a little bit right there. So I have some client sculpts I gotta knock out today. And this is a really good way to sort of get my hands and head into the game for working on some of that stuff. Still kind of dragony. Put some interesting lines in here. Yeah, kind of dig that. Alright. Kind of cool. I do like the sort of bat vibe that's going on here. I think I want to play into that a little more. Oh, I probably should pop over and share this. All right. I'm just taking a moment to share a bunch of this stuff. So hopefully y'all can't see what I'm doing. I think I have my stuff set up so that it's, you know, doing it right. There's that. Let's share it on the old Facebook. Hi, hello Facebook world. There we go. All right, there's that. I just happened to catch over on Twitter as I'm sharing this stuff. Acquaintance, I guess sort of semi acquaintance, and I don't want to presumably call him a friend, but definitely a shared friend. I used to work with a guy named Tony Luke, who unfortunately passed away a couple of years, and worked with Tony for, good Lord, like 13 years. 12 or 13 years, Tony and I worked on a lot of stuff together, and there's a lot of folks I've kind of gotten to know tangentially through Tony, and so I just happened to see one of them's one of my favorite comic book artists out these days, Liam Sharp. I loved Liam's work before I met him through Tony, and you know, his work is just amazing. He's gone on. Anyway, I was just popping over to Twitter and was like, oh my God, there's Liam with Gal Gadot and some of his Wonder Woman artwork. I'm like, that is so cool, man. I am so happy for him. That is just, he's a golden dude, and it's so cool to see somebody, you know, kind of reach that height like that. Very, very cool stuff. I'm really digging that. Really digging that a lot. No. Let's go back to a regular lasso. pull these out from here. One, so they dynamesh cleanly. But two, because I also just want to have them out there for ease of access. Whoa! Did not mean that to happen. It's losing its battiness if I do that, so no, I'd rather not. Yeah, I really like how that form's coming out right there. That's pretty slick. Probably focusing too much on that head right now when I need to kind of flesh out more of the body plan. But, you know, I'm enjoying this part of it, so... I kind of like this giant nose. Alright, digging that. Let's start getting some more volume back in here, some form. Make that. Rather than making that smaller, I'm just going to make this bigger. That way I don't lose too much in the dynameshing. Let's give this guy a throat. Need to make sure that neck feels like it can support that head. Kind of like seeing that little lump come up there. It feels like something that should work. Just out of curiosity. Well, fine then. Be that way. Yeah. Now we're starting to get some attitude here. Ah, swung my camera around too hard right there. I'm not being super tight about any kind of anatomy right now. I'm just kind of letting general anatomy knowledge inform some of my choices here. Right now it's mostly about getting forms and shapes into place. Yeah, turn that blurring off on my Dynamesh. I hate what that does to your details. And give him a little butt crack. I know. So childish of me. Don't care, because it's funny. Oh, I have so much crap to do today. It's not even funny. And I'm gonna wrap this up here in about 10 minutes, so it'll be just a quick sculpt. You know, something just sort of getting it out there, getting some ideas down, doing that whole thing. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I like that. I like where that goes. Let's see, where to go to now? Have a little cloth that sits below my Cintiq that my elbow can go to sometimes. Sometimes I'm going to knock that off. That's why if you see me disappear off camera, that's probably where I'm going. I think I'm going to break that off. And actually sculpt up a finger here. Okay. All right. Where are we going here? And turn that down. Let's turn that up. Right. Create enough of a knuckle there. I got plenty to shove this into places with. No, I'm not going to get super detailed here, but I want to have some things kind of baked in a bit, at least to some degree. Alright, let's delete the symmetry. And then, oh, where's my floor? There's my floor. Yeah, let's make an insert mesh brush of that. Switch that back. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here now. Whoop. Let's grab this thumb, or not. Oh, you can hear the dog slarping back there. Hey, Heisenberg. That's great fun. Tempted to give him a tiny thumb, make him more bat-like. Yeah. Alright, now come in here, smooth some of this out a little bit, work on these connections. Smooth over that with a much larger brush. Try and free up some resolution. Same thing back here. I think it's important to kind of wrangle your resolution in whenever possible. Just, you know, it's like if you don't need it, don't use it. Make everything run faster. Now we're getting back down to something much more manageable here. Yeah, I know it's getting rid of some of those details, but all that kind of stuff can come back later. It's not that much of a waste, really. Let's kick that back on. Use that to get some volume and some resolution right there. Digging that. So, if anybody happens to pop into the chat, I'm kind of not monitoring things real close this morning. Just because, you know, it's like I'm kind of in here hitting this as kind of a promise to myself that I would keep on this, but I really do have some things that I need to get onto soon, so let's say here shortly we'll be calling this a wrap for at least this session, although I do really like this creature. And I think he'll be getting revisited. His hands are kind of large. I'm just going to kind of blast in some quick little placeholders here. And this is the other big thing I wanted to add in. All right, let's come back in now. All right, and let's mesh that. Nice. This is a great moment for that clay buildup brush in a way that I don't know that it gets used that much, but I really like doing that with it. We use it to build up these streaks across and then come back in and let a little bit of smoothing leave it with these kind of natural wrinkles. I like the idea of connecting this from all the way up here. I like the way that flows. That's cool. So a little bit more in here. Yeah, really dig that. So I'm going to lift a copy of these hands. Okay, I'll make a new insert mesh of that. And then let's take a clip curve and use that to get rid of a lot of that. Actually, no. All I'll use is this. It'll actually get rid of that mesh. There we go. And let's close those holes up. And a little bit of smoothing right there. So, got to add Add some volume back into that. And add some volume in there. I could probably just clip one of these other fingers and replace this one, but yeah, let's just do it with adding some volume. Alright, it's done. Mesh this again. My elbow pad. And we'll reduce some resolution here. Yeah, I'm running a little bit over on time. I don't like that. Do not like that. I think I will just slice that off. And then yeah, definitely want to do that. Tweak that proportion out a little bit. Yeah, watch about that. musculature information going on in here. Alright. You need some teeth, but I don't want to call it quits on that. So... not bad for, what, about a 45-minute sculpt. So... feel pretty good about that. At the resolution he's at, he'd probably make a decent miniature. Which might be a thing. So, we'll see. Anyway, so there's the morning warm-up sculpt, and go back to here we go. Oh, my first sneeze in the morning's coming. Well, say goodbye from this little guy. Yeah, rawr. And have a good day, folks. Remember, like, subscribe, ring the bell, share, all that cool groovy stuff. So, until next time.